Hi everyone, so I'm back with another video. In today's video I'm actually going to be doing a foundation routine for you guys. So let's just get a couple of things out of the way. As you guys know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I have dry skin and I'm someone that suffers from dry skin really bad, especially during the fall and winter. So today I'm just going to be showing you some foundation that I use for my dry skin. This particular foundation that I'm going to show you guys, I've actually been using it for a couple of days now, and it actually does really well with my skin. There are some cheaper alternatives out there that I would be more than happy to tell you guys about. There is the Revlon Nearly Naked, which I have a review. I'll link that video down below. I've also done one on the if you have really dry skin, I would try to go more towards that one. Another really good one that I like if your skin is dry, not too dry, but it gets a little dry, is the CoverGirl Queen. This one is pretty good. However, if you do not moisturize really well before you use this, it will stick to patches and so forth, so you just want to be really careful using this foundation. Higher end foundations, what I tend to find work better for me with my dry skin. Some of those that I absolutely love are the Face and Body foundation by MAC. This works really good for me. This is very, very, very comparable to the Revlon Nearly Naked. So if you're looking for a drugstore alternative to this, this works really well. It's a light coverage, light to medium coverage with both of those, I believe. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin, it doesn't feel weighted on the skin, so that's really good, and it's really good for dry skin. Some of the other foundations I like for dry skin are the another MAC one. This is the MAC Moisture SPF 15 foundation. This is really good for dry skin as well. And more for combination skin, I would tell you guys to try the Studio Fix Fluid. That is also by MAC, and this is really good as well. The one I'm going to be using today, however, is from Marc Jacobs, and it is the Genius Gel. Now this one I found does work really well on dry skin, so I'm liking this one. But of course, with everything, you have to moisturize really well before you use it, and I'm going to just show you that as well and how I tend to do that. So first of all, underneath my eyes has been really, really dry here lately, so I have been using this Elizabeth Arden Moisture Eye Cream. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is start off and moisturize my under eye area. One thing that I will tell you guys is that moisturizing your face is the best thing you can do for it. Especially if you know you have areas of dryness, then you definitely should make sure you moisturize, especially those areas. Also, exfoliation is really well, but if you have really dry skin, I would tell you to cut down on your exfoliation to maybe only do it once or twice a week at the most, because you don't want to keep drying out your skin. Anytime you exfoliate your skin, you are removing dead skin cells. At the same time, those skin cells, it's almost like a baby. When you first have a baby, the doctor will tell you that you don't need to bathe the baby every single day because it dries out their skin. Their skin is new. It's learning its environment. So you don't want to really wash a baby every single day necessarily when you first have one, because their skin tends to dry out like 10 times faster than our skin does. So that's another reason why you want to make sure you are not over exfoliation, because that can also cause dryness and breakouts. And if you're over exfoliating, then you're not having any moisture in your skin, so you're really just stripping everything away. Another thing I like to use is this Pond's Dry Skin Cream. This has been doing really good for me, so I've been using this a lot here lately. And don't mind my brows, guys. I have a house full of sick people. I'm coming down with something, and my daughter's already came down with something, and so I'm combating that as well. And just rub this in really well into your skin. So if she comes in here fussy, I might have to pause the video and turn to her, and then I'll come back and finish it if need be. But I really do like this. and I'm thinking she's gonna come up here. Okay, it started back. So that's good. So as you see right now, my face is kind of glowy. It's because of the moisturizer that I put on. This is something that I love. If it's a thick moisturizer, and tend to use thick ones. Thick moisturizers are better for you when you're doing foundation. This one, like I said, is the Pond's. Another one is the Cetaphil. That is an excellent one if you have eczema, rosacea, anything like that. Use that one. That's really good. That's the one I use on my daughter. So that's also really good. I was actually using it on myself at one time, and I think my husband started using it or something like that, and I just went ahead and gave it to my husband and my daughter. Another thing, if you have dry skin, make sure you're using some type of primer to prep your face with, and it also just helps you keep in hydration. At nighttime, what you could do is you could use your night cream and then also put on a primer, and that also helps lock in moisture. This one I'm going to use is the Mally Perfect Prep Primer. You can get this off of QVC, and it just looks like this, but it feels absolutely amazing. I pat this one on under my eye because I do have that really bad dryness underneath my eye area, which accentuates my fine lines and wrinkles. So I just make sure that I pat that down on those areas. And you can also apply a thin layer of this all over your face as well, if you find out that you lose moisture, or if your makeup just doesn't last all day. You can also do this. And just rub that in all over, and kind of just pat it in as well too. This Mally one feels absolutely amazing. I love hers. It's amazing. I love the way it feels and the texture, and it just feels really dreamy. It feels like clouds, I would imagine. So I really like the way that feels. Okay, then the next thing I do, guys, is I get started with my foundation. Now, if you have dry skin, another thing I would tell you that you could do with whatever brush you tend to use, or if you use a sponge or whatever. Sponges are really good too for people that have dry skin. The Beauty Blender is an excellent choice. I have been using this stippling brush from Real Techniques along with this Marc Jacobs foundation. But another thing you can do to kind of keep moisture in and to have your foundation look dewy throughout the day is you can actually spray your makeup brush with some Fix Plus. This is by MAC, or any kind of really setting spray, and this will also help. So I'm going to go ahead now and apply my foundation. Just one pump of this Marc Jacobs stuff is all I use. It's a really good foundation. I really like it. Thumbs up the video if you guys want to see a review on the foundation. Well, you really don't need a review on it. I mean, you're seeing me apply it right here, right? But I love it. This, I use it so lightly that it just really gives me just really nice coverage. So I absolutely love that about it. And I will say that this is the most expensive foundation I've ever purchased, but I really like it, guys. I really, really like it. It just, to me, all it does is really even out my complexion, and that's something that I definitely like with a foundation. I don't like my foundations to be really heavy or really cakey. I just want something that's really just gonna just even me out. And I think that's what this foundation does. Okay, and so after I apply my foundation, then I apply my concealer. Which, for concealers, if you're looking for some good ones for those, there are many of them that I can tell you guys about. Thumbs up the video if you want to see concealers for dry skin. I have a ton of those I could talk to you guys about. So definitely thumbs up the video if you want to see that. So there you have it. This is pretty much the whole foundation thing. I'm moving the camera a little bit because it's right in front of my concealers. I do tend to conceal and everything afterwards, depending on how bad you have dark circles. If your dark circles are really, really bad, I'm going to zoom you guys in. Okay, so you can actually see. So the foundation is on. I just put it on really lightly. Of course, I could go back and put on another layer and make it a little bit heavier, but I don't think I really need to do that. I always use my MAC Fix Plus concealer. And I just get a little bit of that, and then I just pat that. Where I want that to go, like that. And then I take a beauty blender. I'm just going to wet the tip of this with some Fix Plus. And then I'm just going to blend it out. And this one I have on is actually a little bit lighter than my skin, because I use it for highlighting. Okay, so that's pretty much the concealer. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So that's pretty much the concealer and how I do that. And the next thing I have been absolutely loving is this Hourglass, this ambient palette. And I'm going to use the one in Dim Light. And I'm actually going to take my Real Technique brush, the setting brush, and I'm just going to set that under eye concealer that I just put on with just a little bit of this. So just tap the brush in there like that, tap off any excess, pull the eye area down just a little bit, and pat that. I love using this as a setting powder for under eye area. It is just beautiful, and it gives a beautiful finish. Okay, and I'll zoom you guys in. This is also one that I found that really doesn't crease like some of the other ones. So as you can see, it looks pretty good. So I really do like it. The sun is fluctuating in here, but I really do like it for that purpose. And then I would just go ahead and have it. Hopefully this will help out my dry skin sisters that are looking for some alternatives and some ways to keep their skin moisturized for the fall. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.